Hey guys, I'm Dr. McFarland, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why I've always liked Line 6 products. So, let me tell you a little story here about Line 6. Back in the day when I was playing in worship bands at church and just general jamming around with friends, I really grew to love the green DL4 from Line 6, and that had the auto swell echo option on there, all the delays, some really good delay options on there, and it had a built-in looper, which is really cool. So I could just have fun creating little musical tidbits by myself by laying down a guitar part, grabbing a bass, grabbing an acoustic guitar, and just doing all kinds of cool stuff. So ever since then, which is about 20 years ago at this point, I've always wanted to have and had to have a Line 6 product in my arsenal that could give me those sounds. And I've had the M13, the M9, the M5. I've also had the HX Effects. I've had the HX Stomp. I now have the HX Stomp XL and also the Helix Floor. And you're saying, Nathan, why do you have all this stuff? Well, I make videos for YouTube, and you kind of have to have the gear if you want to make the video. So for your benefit, I have invested in some Line 6 options. And this particular unit came from Zounds.com, and they are the affiliate partner of this video series. So be sure to head over to Zounds.com if you want super fast shipping, sometimes within the next day, and 0 credit checks. So those are just a few of the benefits that you can get from shopping at Zounds.com, and I do appreciate them sending out the Stomp XL for me to try and give you a video series that you guys can learn from and maybe determine if this is the right unit for you. So with all that said, I've owned tons of Line 6 products in the past, so I just have to have the auto volume echo sound in my arsenal. And a lot of other reverbs and delays from Line 6 also sound good as well. So let's build a preset here that kind of incorporates a nice ambient sound that I would usually use in a worship type setting. So let's go to around the middle, click the bottom encoder. Let's go down to amp and cab. And once again, we are going to add we could go with the Princeton reverb. But let's go with a deluxe normal on this one. Okay, keep the drive down, keep the volume, channel volume up. We'll leave the master where it is. Okay, you can hear on the deluxe reverb it doesn't break up as fast as a Princeton reverb would because it does have higher headroom. And even though the master is all the way up, this works pretty good for me. We can turn the treble down to smooth out a little bit of that sound there and maybe give it a little bit more drive. Okay, let's go all the way to the end and let's add just a good general reverb. Learning the lesson of a previous video in this series, I will use the legacy verbs and delays. And let's go with the cave on this one. Let's bring the high cut down pretty low. Make it nice and dark. And of course, turn the trails on. Let's go ahead and add this block to a foot switch. Okay, we are now going to also add in a delay. Let's go legacy and let's use a ping pong. Now I only have a mono cable coming out, so you're not going to hear the stereo-ness of this, but you try it out for yourself and see how you like it. So we'll put this on quarter note time. We'll turn the mix down and of course turn the trails on. Okay, and really what I'm going for here is something nice and lush. Let's go with the Hall. So we're going to have 2 reverbs in here, which is going to be fun. Go with the nice neck pickup, which is the S60 on this Kiesel. Sounds really nice. So now the bread and butter here, which is my go-to, let's go to Legacy and then go to Auto Volume Echo. Now in the mono and stereo versions of the newer algorithms, they do have the Adriatic swell and delay and stuff like that. They also have a vintage swell, which is probably worth looking into. But honestly, the Auto Volume Echo is just it's where it's at for me. So I will turn up the depth so we can get some modulation going. You do want to turn the swell up pretty high. And this is what we get. Turn the trails on, maybe turn the level up a little bit. Turn the mix up a little more. Now we can do something now that's pretty cool here. So, but first, before we do that, let's add in our compressor. And this is going to be, once again, it's going to be a Legacy and maybe a Veta Juice kind of deal. Okay, that's kind of raising the low portions and smoothing out some of the top transients there. And we can also add in a drive. That's just for fun. Let's go to the Legacy drives and we'll add in, just add in the overdrive. We'll have a nice low drive setting, something like that. Okay, let's add that drive to the corner switch here. And now, just for fun, we're going to do this. We're going to add the Auto Volume Echo to the bottom right switch. We'll also add the Hall to the bottom right switch. And maybe the Cave to the bottom right switch. We've actually added 3 different blocks to one switch. So now watch. So if I turn it off, I can disengage 3 blocks at one time, which is really cool. So this allows me to play right? I can do that kind of stuff. And then I can also turn this on. And get my instant ambient swell sound without doing a lot of extra work. Now, what I can do if I want to make room a little bit here, let's say I want to have a always on reverb as well as the Cave and some other stuff. So let's go to Action. I'm going to move this block over like so, just to make some room. And we'll do the same thing here. And this, we'll put this after. We'll move the ping pong there. This. And that. Okay, so let's add one more reverb, which we can do because we're only using the legacy stuff, which is great. And let's say we want to use a 63 spring as our always on reverb. Let's go to this ping pong here. Let's add it to a switch. Okay, I'm hearing that my drive is a little low, so let's bring this up. Our output. I'm liking it. Let's save this real fast. We'll name it later. Just know it's on 29D. Then hit my switch. Alright guys, that's a pretty rockin' preset. Kept it really simple, just with a basic overdrive, delay on and off, keep the reverb always on, keep the compression always on, and we can actually do this kind of thing where we swap the foot switches really fast, which is really one of my favorite things about the new line of Line 6 products that they've came out with in the last 10 years is that capacitance switching. So you can also just touch the switches and you can change between different blocks that you can edit now with your small encoders. So really cool stuff. We'll actually just go ahead and save this. We'll call it dock because that's what we do. We are docking it up, man. Try not to hit that bottom tap switch over here. And we're going to call this dock ambient. Let's make this lowercase. And it's good to do these steps on camera in front of you, so that way you can see my workflow and all that. I'll just call it A and B for ambient. And there we are, dock ambient. So if you like these presets and you want to help support the channel, I will have this available in the Helix preset pack on my website. It's just a one-time fee and you can gain access to all the presets I will ever make on Line 6 HX products. So if you want to help support me in that way, that'd be great. And I appreciate all views and subscribers and comments and everything. So definitely save this playlist to your playlist so you can get back to it quickly and easily when you want to reference something that I've gone over in a video. And until next time, I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.